Jesus. It's a pretty friggin' intense episode. This is like the first one. This is Mortal Folly. And this is the first one that actually felt like intimidating. Like the villain in this, I mean, doesn't even say that much, but just they really established this presence and this great design, which I was asking, they did show this guy before, right? Because I remember the design, but I don't remember where.
When they're doing the Billy song, they briefly show Billy kicking him. And everything, and they say kicking the Lich, and that's when they show...
I remember the name, too, the Lich, too.
Yeah, and that's when she said, when she's talking about it, when the snail is, like, slowly doing his thing, she's talking about how it was Billy who knocked him into the amber.
Okay.
And everything, and that's why it's Billy's gauntlet.
Well, with the 6 fingers, too. I thought that was good. They kept that going. Just great design, great name. If I even remember that from that little bit from in there. So this thing is kept in, I don't know, the secret room and the other secret room. Yeah. He gets out and...
Did you see the snail this episode?
I think I missed it. He goes by so fast.
Yeah.
So this so he gets this gauntlet that he's gonna go and defeat the Lynch here, and then
not Lynch.
Oh, is it
Lich?
Lich. Okay.
Lich.
That's even better. I like it. But then the Ice King comes in, just freaking out of nowhere, wants Finn and Jake's blessing to marry Bubblegum, which makes no sense.
The Ice King makes tons of sense up until this
but
point
that
in time.
especially makes no sense. Just that, like, they're her father or something, both of them somehow. And yeah, sure enough, he's constantly coming in, like, give me your blessing. And they go to, actually, I'm trying to think, where was that place that they went to again?
It was just a subway.
Oh, just a subway? Okay. I like when they go to the beach, they still have the stuff set up from the episode where he's getting used to the water, too. You notice the hoop?
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, I like... Or no, the
dock.
Yeah, the dock there. Yeah. I like they had a lot of that stuff still set up. And they go to this place, and they try to defeat him. He loses the crown, but that's supposed to stop the guy from hypnotizing him. But then he has the sweater of liking someone a lot. And that gets, like, especially violent. Like, he takes the sweater off and puts it, like, through his eye sockets and pulls it back and eventually, like, rips the eye sockets out. And it's like, if I was a censor, I don't know what I would do with this episode, because it's like, holy crap, that's an intense, violent image. But on the other hand, it is a skull.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like blood or skin or oozing or anything like that.
Well, it was skin.
Was it? Oh yeah, I guess there was sort of like a
He's
thin
got like a
layer
of skin up until like his jaw, his mouth, and then it's just like flapping skin.
Yeah. And then Ice King is so moved by how touching it was, he lets Bubblegum go and she falls into this pit. And Iris out. And apparently it's a 2-parter, right?
Yep.
Now, was this something where next week they were going to do it, or was it like you had to wait a whole season or whatever?
No, it wasn't, like, that's the thing, like, as far as I know, Heat Signature was the season finale, which is kind of silly considering this would have made a great season finale, but I didn't actually watch it as it was airing on TV, so I can't actually comment on that.
Okay.
But I think it was just like just a week. I don't think it was a full season, because this is part of season 2.
Okay, so it's still part of that. Yeah. Okay. And it reminded me a touch of the Tree Trunks ending where she just blows up and then it's like, what happened? But this way, it seems like there's a definite, hey, we're going to find out next time what happens. Like, and I can't explain how it sort of has that feel. Maybe because, if it just cut, then I wouldn't know. But I think because they sort of have the slow, awkward iris, it's kind of like, is this the eye? I don't know. So, yeah, I liked it because, like I said, with the Lich, it felt really... There's great presence, a great voice. That's Ron Perlman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say much, but I mean, just really effective and really creepy. And just a lot of moments holding on him and holding on him controlling Finn and just everything goes black. It's like it's really menacing. It's really intimidating. I love it when he shouts, "I'm not cold, I have a sweater!" That really made me laugh. The only thing, I want your opinion on this with the Ice King coming in. I know it's part of his character, but maybe it's just a me thing, or maybe it's other people, I don't know, but I always get really, really irritated when, like, something important is trying to go on and here's somebody with their petty problem constantly interrupting, and I know that's the point. It's supposed to be annoying, and that's the comedy of it, but it legitimately annoys me. So I really did kind of want to punch him a few times in this episode. But is that just a me thing, or a lot of people are like, no, that's actually just funny?
Well, I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, it's like, up until this point in time, and Finn said it himself, this is our first, end of the world type thing. Bubblegum is saying, the Lich will kill everyone. It's not some minor little villain or something like that. It's not even like something personal that Finn and Jake have to deal with. This is like a global thing. And...
a global ooh.
Yes. And,
Globoo.
And the thing is if you notice as it's going along, Finn is getting more and more frustrated with the Ice King. Normally, you notice he kind of holds back. He doesn't actually get...
Or he talks with him or something.
He doesn't get super ticked off, but there's the time where they're running, and he just picks up the rock and hucks it at him. And the Ice King's like, whoa, what's going on here? You're really upset. But the Ice King is kind of a bumbling idiot who's in his own little world, but doesn't know the severity of what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, you feel the frustration of Finn in this one. You're really like, yo, dude, get out of the way.
But also, no one took the time to tell Ice King what's going on. Because no one's saying, we have something really important to do, it's the end of the world, or something like that.
Although he'd probably be like, you're just lying to me, or something like that.
That's true, that could be possible.
You're trying to get rid of me and not give me your blood thing. I don't know if that's how he really talks. Does he have a lisp? I can't remember.
He does not.
Okay, I just like giving him that, because I think Edwin has a bit of a lisp, and I go into Edwin whenever I do that voice. I don't know why, but
it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but I know it's a good comedy. I know it's funny. It's just I really wanted to punch him in this one.
But was it because you were so drawn into the episode and what was going on with the Lich, and he was consistently stopping Finn?
Sure.
You were kind of like feeling that whole thing of, oh my god, if you just stop, we could... Finn could defeat the Lich.
Yeah,
it won't go any further.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I feel like you're stopping the story from moving further, and maybe it's also that I know where this is gonna go. It's like all those little things combined together that just get me really frustrated watching it. Even for something that's just 11 minutes. But the other thing I really, really like I like how expressive the eye on the gauntlet is. I mean, and that's, as someone who is an illustrator, drawing an expression with one eye is very tricky, because when you have two eyes, if you want to look angry, you have the eyebrows go down, or worried, you have them kind of go up, but if it's two eyes you have to do it with. With one eye, that's really tricky, and they really had that thing act well. When he's like, hey, it's me, and the waiter looks up and then looks away. I mean, it's like, they really make that thing act well, so I was really impressed with that. A good episode. Very dark, very intimidating, and I'm curious to know where the next one goes. Anything else?
Two of my favorites was when the Ice King first shows up and they shut the door on him, and he's like, no, not the latch! And they just put the tiny little latch down.
I use the credit card, too.
And then later on, he shows up and you see the credit card. As Princess Bubblegum is grabbing the part of one of the ice cream people's heads and just eating it. And then the card...
I just love the fact that this world has credit cards. Like, there's banks, and there's electronic payments and stuff.
I don't think it's a credit card. I think it's one of his Wizard Club memberships.
Oh, okay. It would have been funny if it was
Which
but that's
we'll
not bad
see later on. But one of the other parts that... God, what was it that I liked, and now I can't remember it. You started talking about banks and...
Totally got you thinking about the financial situation of Ubu.
Yeah.
I will say this, one maybe while you're thinking about it, is that my brother has a book, or is it my dad? I can't remember, but it's like an atlas of fictional worlds. Yeah, which is Yeah, I was always like, is this a good idea or a dumb idea? But actually, it's pretty neat. You know, I'll have like Middle Earth in there and Narnia, you know, and stuff. And I love to see in there.
Yeah,
I love to
cool.
see if this actually maps out somehow, or if there is like an actual map of it, you know, or do they make it all up, you know, or has someone actually gone to see if they can actually track where everything is. The more and more you get from the show, or maybe they release something. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
That would be kind of cool to have, actually. I'd like to actually have a map of Ooh on the wall.
Yeah, because I'm shocked, especially the more and more, like, in the episode where they were filming stuff, and they're going around just sort of filming characters doing whatever they do and stuff. It's a world, surprisingly, you kind of want to be in. It's like, oh, what's going on over there? Or what's in this place? What new adventures are this? You actually do kind of want to live in this place. You know, it's... At first you start thinking, like, oh, it's just whatever Mario, Zelda-ish looking, you know, just sort of a satire of that. But it actually has sort of developed its own environment.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And they're very detailed, too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
even though they're just line drawings, it's still... There's a lot going on in those backgrounds, and I think it definitely shows. It really does help create the environment very well. So, do you remember your other thing?
Yes. Actually... with the Lich himself, like, I think that is, like, an extremely badass design.
It is.
Like,
it's a really good design.
I love the design of the Lich. But one of my favorite parts, and I don't know if you caught it, is when Finn takes off the sweater, and I love the shot of, here's the Lich, who's just huge, and Finn's running up the stairs, and it's like...
I love that shot, too.
Animation or camera or whatever, where it's like, Lich is getting bigger as Finn is going up.
And then he jumps off onto
and
it.
everything.
So that was very nicely animated.
But what was also disturbing is he puts, you know, the sweater through his eye socket as he starts yanking. What's the Lich doing?
Was he laughing?
Yeah.
Continue.
How disturbing is that this guy is literally about to get his head ripped off and he's doing nothing but laughing? Which just adds more to the weirdness and creepy vibe of the Lich himself.
Does he come back? I really want him to come back. It's like it's too good a design, a voice, a character, a presence. I hope he comes back, because it's a pretty badass villain.
No, what about Princess Bubblegum? Aren't you worried about Peebles?
They're not okay. Let me put it this way: they're not they're not going to kill her off because she's way too popular. B, it looks like it's a to be continued, so they'll probably just say what's going to happen to her in the next one. And C, the internet will have exploded if they did that. I mean, she has to have a fan base, you know, like everyone be
you
like.
You realize how old this episode is?
That's what I mean. It's like so. This would be like the Red Wedding. Just everybody. This would be the Pink Wedding. Everybody would know what's coming, you know, and they would ruin it for everyone else. Just be like, you know, oh, that episode where she finally gets axed or something. So, does she come out now? If she comes out mutated and weird, nah, then there'd be cosplays of that all over the place. No, I think she's fine.
Okay.
So,
the Red Wedding, really a Game of Thrones reference compared to Adventure Time? Game of Thrones has nothing on Adventure Time. And yes, I'll get lashings for that, but I don't care. I stand by it.
check please.